Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our Ostriv Alpha 4 Let's Play. It's December 17, 2025, and they just finished building our second forestry, so let's go ahead and get that staffed up. And we can go over here to this one and get rid of all that. Everybody can come work over here and get more of that going on. So last episode we set up a little bit of our trade. So we've got some exports ready to go. And we also got some chickens. They're over there doing their thing. So we are actually pretty well established at this point. And we can start thinking about growth strategy as we approach our 5th year. Right at the end of year 4. If I did my math right, I don't know. I'm bad at math, so I guess that'll be a recurring theme. Granaries are looking pretty good. Alright, what do these guys want? Alright, so they want sunflower oil. We don't have any of that, unfortunately. I don't think we'll be able to really sell them anything. We can sell them some clothes. Not a ton. Iron we have plenty of. Cows, pigs we can't support. Buckwheat we have a ton. Lime we don't need yet. Honey we've got plenty. Charcoal, yeah, we got tons. Nails, I think we're actually good without those guys, but it's always good to check that out. Cow-wise, we're looking pretty good. Got plenty of hay saved up. Thatchery is working well. So we can start building some more houses. We just have to figure out exactly where we want them to go. I think we're going to want to start building in this area until we have a pretty good selection of things available for sale. We probably have to keep building houses with gardens. So, yeah, that'll be fine like that. They'll be building all of that stuff. We just have to wait for the forestry guys to do their thing, but, you know, we can help them out a little bit and start out by giving them something to chop. 10 trees. 9 trees. Yep, and we can do the same kind of thing down here. How many do we have? Was this a 5x2? Okay, we'll do another same one down here. So that's 4. That'll be 5. Turn right around and do this side as well. Ah, see, it wants to connect there. But we have a secret weapon. That is our variable size house plots. So that works right there like that. This is very quickly becoming one of my favorite additions to the game, with the variable size house plots here. Then we'll go in and fix this one as well. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So not only does that give us a pretty good selection of houses getting built, this should set us up for a while. It's not going to be a very quick effort for all those guys. We can actually probably get rid of some of the builders so much as doing forestry stuff as well, because they can get in on the action. Chopping all of those away. So we've got down here, we go all the way out here. These actually kind of match up, but not quite. So we can actually get rid of that guy. We can come back here, and we can make him match up right here. It was actually pretty close. Come up here to the corner. And there we go. He's good to go. So those guys will get that rolling. And then, of course, once all of these are done, we can take this forestry out of here and move him somewhere else. But that's a good spot for them to be right now. And these guys are ideally going to be chopping some of these trees as well. Alright, so that's going to set us up pretty nicely for a nice little population boom, probably in episode 7 by the time that's all finished. So let's start thinking about more production chain type things we can be doing. I don't think it's time quite yet to get over here and start doing all of this stuff with limestone and stone and everything. But we will need to start thinking about religious stuff. People are going to start dying soon, and to get over 100, you do have to have a chapel. So let's think of a place that would be a good spot to put one of those things. Could possibly be up here, might be a good spot. So we can actually... Let's actually fence off an area here with some nice fencing. How about right in front of this this little thing right here? That might be a smart way to do it. But if we're smart, we can come in with the big archway, just right like this, and then do the same thing on the other side, right about here. And then we can come in with our fence number 4, and just go straight there. And then do the same thing right there. And then we can take our chapel. We don't have to build just one, We can build 2. You know what? Let's get these fences out of here. And let's actually take the time to kind of build out a little bit. So right where this changes into from 2 to 3, let's do that. Then we'll do the same thing down here. Then we can connect. I guess I could have just kept that going. We'll connect that like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. If I can figure out exactly where it changes. There we go. Now this won't be exactly perfect. Close enough. In the 1700s, I don't think anyone was using laser levels or anything like that. So let's take... Oh, yeah, there we go. Let's put the chapel. We can put him right in the corner here. We can actually put one there. Then we can come over here and put one here. So he's actually behind the fence. We're not gonna stick with that. We can put him back inside his fence fully. So this will actually give us a good opportunity to put some burial plots in. So that's facing that way. So if we go here, we can start some of these, because I know the deaths are coming. They usually happen within the first few years. So we'll give them a couple things pre-made. Now we got 5 over there. Okay. That ended up right about there. And like that, we'll do... Oh, can I squeeze another one in here? I can. Okay. It's not perfect, but it does work. Let's see what this messenger would like. We don't have salt. We still don't have any sunflower oil. We don't have a big enough supply yet. We're not selling that. Hemp, we have some wheat. Fine. Yeah, well, if we buy chickens, we don't need to buy chickens. Yeah, we're doing just fine like we are. And they haven't even gotten enough chickens to start slaughtering them at all, but they'll get there. Anyway, so this doesn't look bad right here. We can improve it slightly by going around these entrances with some little bushes. Put that right there on the outside. Yeah, see, that's going to be really nice. Just a simple little decorative thing. We can put some benches right outside. Do the same thing on the other side as well. And then right here on the inside in the center, we can also do the same kind of thing. Oh, people are already using them. Fantastic. Then one more, and then right in the middle, we can put a nice big tree. Spruce, ash might be good. Yeah, that'll be a nice tree in the middle there. Inaccessible. Well, you got me there. So let's put that there. And then we'll put the bench back. All right, fantastic. So in a few years, this will mature nice. And there's that weird line thing again for some reason. And they're actually in the process of building that one. Oh, looking for jobs. All right, so we can hire two more dudes. Let's go ahead and move the chapels up. They're still getting all of the trees out, so they'll be fine. But these two chapels will, well, one of them at least, will be necessary to have over 100 population, which we could easily get to with the addition of these two houses and this one that was just finished. Well, there's no available jobs, so you know what that means. Time to hire more builders again. And then, so now we've got jobs. How's our carts looking? Okay, so those actually need to be fixed. We can hire a guy there. And he should be able to, well, at some point, if he ever, feels like working, do his thing. Yeah, they're doing just fine. Right here. There are jobs available, so hopefully soon somebody, yep, there we go. 3 people coming right on in. Fantastic. And our little tree-lined street right here is looking fabulous. Absolutely wonderful. And that'll be nice leading right into this little memorial garden of sorts with some chapels. And then remember, this forestry is not going to be here this entire time, so we do need to think about what we might want to put here. Could be a good option for a school, assuming it will fit, and I think it will. So we can actually put that one here, and that will be good, because then what the school does is it will actually educate the small children to have an education level of 1 out of 5, which is a prerequisite to be a manager in a trading post or a farm or a mayor. Yeah, so he's got 1 out of 5. So that's just the first step of the education system they're putting in. And I'm assuming there would be other options as well, considering it says 5 possible education levels. But I think that's probably pretty far off. So they've got 1 more house to build before they build the chapels. And we could conceivably, yeah, see, wow, 6 people in this one. Could conceivably get to 100 with that one. But it says there's, of course, no housing because they're, building it. At any rate, farms are looking pretty good. Got hemp and potato and then 2 fallow fields. Got plenty here. Got a ton of resources here. This could be a dangerous assumption, but I think with this much buckwheat and potato, we might be able to support pigs. We just have to figure out where would be a good spot for them. I'm thinking as near as possible to this slaughterhouse would probably be a pretty safe bet. So if we go over here, of course we're going to have to remove trees anywhere in here. We can put this pigsty here. And then whenever they get to that, they get to that. But the advantage of having the pigsty near the slaughterhouse is the slaughterhouse guys have to actually use carts to get the pigs. And what we can do right here is actually put a cart parking, because the slaughterhouse guys, I'm 90% sure, have to be the ones themselves that themselves get the pigs. They can't use the cart shed guys. So if you put this right here, and then carts right next to it, and then the pigsty right there, then their trips will be a lot shorter. They'll be more efficient, and that just means your town's that much better. So, but that's not going to happen for a while because they're behind all this stuff. But we have our chapel complete, and the second one's done. Those build up really, really fast. So this is going to be a pretty nice area right here, I think. Be quite something. But I think our builders are actually making pretty good time. The forestry guys being able to come in ahead of time and kind of get rid of the trees helps a ton, especially with the forestry being right there. Now, the real question is, are these guys taking logs from over there, or are they... They're going all the way over. That is so smart. I didn't know they were going to be able to do that. I figured they would just kind of stick around over here, but that's extremely good that they're doing that. All right, are you going to buy anything that I can actually sell you? I don't think so. Oh, they've got pigs, though. We're not going to chance that. We can't do that. We're still doing fine. Even nails we're still doing fine. We really don't need these guys at this point. But, oh, I just saw a water thing pop up, so let's be cognizant of that. That's a very dangerous game to play when you are running low on water. So we can go ahead and put one here. Then we can put another one right over here. And then, I think it would behoove us to put one right here. Not only for all these people, but for this pigsty as well. Pigs are very thirsty, and they also eat a ton of food. So if you can keep that supplied, you'll be in very good shape. But I'm really liking how this is coming together so far. I think this has been a very good town, outside of the first episode where almost everything went wrong. But we're looking pretty good. And once this whole area up here is more or less built up, we can really start to have some fun along the river here, making really nice decorated walkways. I've got some ideas. I think you might might be a little interesting. We're just motoring right along, and things are looking fantastic. And these guys over here, eventually, there'll be more stuff over here for them to do. But you know how this goes. You got to build somewhere before you go somewhere else. So let's go ahead and take a moment and watch them build these houses. The nice time-lapse opportunity for us. Alright, so they finished this block of houses, and we hit over 100 citizens. Pretty good if you ask me. And all the while, things have just been churning along swimmingly. The farm is completely harvested in the first or second week of October. Everything is looking fantastic, except these people don't have any money, but that'll be fixed soon enough. A little area here is growing. No one's died yet. Oh. Well, one person did die. I am sorry, I was wrong. So that's our first death. Wow, not too bad. Lived to a pretty nice old age. Well, they have one more house to build right here, and then they'll build our school. So I would imagine, unless they're quick about things, that's probably going to be the last thing that gets built before we run out of time in today's episode. Well, they are progressing on harvesting the trees from the pigsty area as well. But if it gets to be December and these 4 items are done, we might even be able to get some pigs. And we've got plenty of potatoes and buckwheat. We have even more potatoes in storage, so we might actually be pretty good. I have noticed that last playthrough, I'm pretty sure by the time I got to 100 citizens, I had 2 or 3 farms. We haven't needed another farm because these gardens have been really, really great at getting people more food. All right, so what do these guys have? Somebody buy my charcoal, man. Come on. I know we don't have anything else for sale. I don't think we've had... Yeah, so we have to, at some point, probably next episode, we have to have a way to make sure that we're going to get sunflower every year, or we're just going to neutralize this entire thing. They don't have enough to really do much of anything at all. So maybe we'll work on that in the next episode. So they're actually making pretty good time on this house over here. That should be done shortly. We've got 7 guys constructing. And when we have other building offices built up, should take even less time. Right, it never gets old watching stuff get built in this. But we haven't seen a school yet in this playthrough, so we are going to watch that get built. And that is pretty close to the town hall and all the other resources, so I don't think it'll take them that long either. But this is just about finished. Looking fantastic. And there we go. I love all the detail. Like, I think they've even added more variations to these houses in the past update with the gardens. But yeah, looking good. And we are right at that magic line of open vacancies versus available jobs. So here is the school construction site. Well, let's watch them build the school. Well, we have the ability to sell clothing while we're waiting on them to build this school, so let's go ahead and do that. We still don't have any of that. I think we're good. They still haven't started. Okay, well, they better get to work. All right, there is our primary schools. Let's take a look at this thing. So you have a slot for a teacher, and then you have 10 pupils slots. So we're going to go ahead and hire a teacher. And because he has an education of 1 out of 5, he's going to be eligible to teach our children. And we already have our first pupil. So what this will happen throughout the rest of this playthrough is this will just cycle in and out, 10 at a time pupils, and they'll stay in this school, I believe, between the ages of 10 and 15. So she's 12, so she's starting at age 12. But they'll go until they either age out of it or they complete their education. And then they'll have a 1 out of 5 education score, which means they are eligible to hold managerial roles. So that's very useful, because depending on other factors in previous playthroughs, it's possible to run out of educated people if you don't have a lot of immigration happening. And that can lead to a lot of employment problems. But this puts us in a pretty good spot, I think, to end today's episode. We've got education, we've got some more houses built, and we have a pretty good production area right up here next to the trading post. So this is going to be a fantastic village. We just have to keep grinding away and putting more and more stuff in. Next episode, we're going to take a look at pigs, get those set up. But that's just about all the time we've got for today. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you're subscribed, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, or if you have any ideas or fun stuff that we might want to be doing with the village, feel free to let me know. As always, thank you very much for being a part of this playthrough, and we'll see you next time.